Alright, I got the snap off. Welcome to the A3R for the week ending the April 20th of April. Damn, I'm going to get this thing straight one time or another. I am Scrivian, co-guild lead of Insomnia on the Taiyang server in the game ArcheAge. And I've got a bunch of stuff to talk about today. Hopefully I'm going to get this wrapped up in 10 minutes or less. First thing I want to do is I'm going to be a little more serious this week. You know, I don't have any songs, I don't have any poetry, I don't have any commercials or any of the other stuff. I may actually make fun of somebody, but I haven't decided yet who or what I'm going to make fun of them about. And actually we have a lot of serious things that I want to talk about and get out on the state of, or not the state of, or how things are going in Insomnia and on Taiyang and all kinds of stuff. Big news yesterday, we know that Turkey Boys, the Western Guild, was handed over a castle to NRA. It's funny because I see a lot of stuff on the forums, people saying, oh yeah, you got handed your castle, blah, 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 blah. I want to remind everyone, if you look at the game, the way that ArcheAge is playing right now, is probably the closest game you have to Game of Thrones. You never know who's going to stab you in the back. You never know who's going to jump you while you're carrying packs, carrying stuff at sea, which guild's going to make alliances with who's going to break alliances, who's going to attack you, who's going to befriend you, who's going to do any of that other stuff. And so there are a lot of, not just the regular PvP, but a lot of political aspirations and play that goes on in the game as to, you know, how stuff is done. So do I consider Turkey Boys getting a castle any less than us getting a castle or anyone else getting a castle? No. Because they worked the system to whatever they needed to do, like guilds have done in the past, to get a castle. The fact is, Turkey Boys is a force to be reckoned with. Now they're the only remaining guild, and I would say Zumba is dead. They say Zumba is dead. Everyone agrees Zumba is dead. So our alliance has, in fact, done what we wanted to do. One of our main things and one of the main points we had of our alliance was to destroy, or basically to destroy, not to degrade or any of that, but to destroy the Zumba alliance, make sure that it was ineffective in its ability to do what it does. And for the most part, I'd say that that's done. Sleepers are, they are what they are. They're not a power anymore. Sinister is gone. Bro Squad's gone. Turkey Boys is Turkey Boys are Turkey Boys. Or they are, whatever, past, present tense for a singular guild, whatever. But they are what they are. They are the force in the East. And as a matter of fact, this morning, and again, it's hard to tell in the forums who's doing what with misinformation and, trying to deceive the East on what their actual plans are in the West. They had the good, pretty good troll thread on uniting and all that other stuff. But it does look like this morning, and I guess we'll see later today, that Turkey Boys will be absorbing Amino. And I mean, a couple thoughts come to mind with regards to that is that Turkey Boys was strong as they were. Turkey Boys is now stronger as a result of this, and it's kind of the double-edged sword that we wanted. We wanted a force in the West to help unite the East more strongly. We wanted to be able to fight faction on faction and go head-to-head and fight for world bosses and other stuff. And now with Turkey Boys getting even stronger, and we'll see what the rest of the West does, because a lot of the West don't like them. But we'll see how that goes. It's giving us the enemy that we wanted. We wanted a strong, powerful enemy in the West. Now the ball is back in our court on the East and in Insomnia and in the, I guess we're calling ourselves the CCA, Credit Card Alliance, to react. What are we going to do now that the West is actually starting to play well together? All right, they're not picking up their toys anymore and leaving. Last Friday night we tried to do Hanur. We zoned into Hanur, and then all of a sudden it was 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 Reds showed up. And some people say it was 120. I don't think it was 120. But a lot of Reds showed up. And we saw members of guilds, Reapers, Turkey Boys, Amino, Synergy, and other guilds that don't usually play well together, coming together to fight the East, which is good because that's what we want. The problem is we're not fully united on the East. So we need to start looking at that and evaluating alliances and determining whether it's time to let some of our past grievances go. Do we forgive, Mouse is in Catalyst. Now, I'm using this only as an example. Mouse is in Catalyst. He's a member of Catalyst. Catalyst is an ally. Catalyst has been a faithful and strong ally to us. They've never done anything to us. Revive is an ally. Esprika has been there. We've never had formal talks with them, but we know they're allied. They're like secondary allies to us. We worked with them. Pantsu's there. But there are other guilds. Tactical Terror, Catalyst is fighting Tactical Terror. Is this a time where the East needs to be bickering and fighting, or, do we need to say, okay, let's step back. Look at what happened to us on Friday night when we got rolled. Now, granted, we were not in full PvP mode to go against the West. We weren't going to try to go to the West. We were trying to do world bosses, and they reacted. And it also proved that we do have a spy in the Eastern Alliance. Well, yeah, both sides, I'm sure, have spies getting information. But we need to unite. We need to be a united front on the East. Now, what does that mean? Let's step back from the Eastern Alliance and talking all this, the political stuff is going on. I don't even have I need to talk to Akabane or to Keiko Kurz and some of the other people who are talking to all their buddies who are East, West, whatever, and finding this information out. And they tell me, and I'm like, oh, well, it starts wheels spinning in my head as to what this means for the server as a whole, as to where we're going. And step back and say, what does it mean for Insomnia? Now, we've had a lot of stress on us, and I think people have sensed it in the guild in the last week of what's been going on, and people are getting frustrated and angry and this and that. And I was trying to put my finger on it, and Kurz talked to me last night, and then Jexodus talked to me, and other people have talked to me, and they came to a conclusion. I kind of, I'm agreeing with them. I think we got so hyped up to take the castle. Our focus was on take the castle. The pressure was on to take the castle. We had to be successful. We pushed the guild to get the resources we needed to get the consumables and everything, and siege engines and blah, blah, and push, and we pushed everyone, and we built pressure up in the guild, and we took the castle, and we didn't take a sigh and step back and go, okay, let's relax. I pushed to get the castle built. I pushed to get stone in. Scope pushed to get resources sent to myself and the other people who were making things for the castle, and it's still been push. And the thing is, we all as a guild took a hit in our personal finances and our personal gameplay and the way that we do stuff, and we play the game to relax. And we took on the responsibility of holding a castle, and it's very important that we hold that castle and keep it and maintain it and defend it once a month or every 3 weeks when we have to. But we also have to take into consideration the rest of the guild. People, I made fun of the larders thing last week, and but I do have to say, the people who do the larders, whether they're doing them for themselves or doing them for the guild, do a great job, and they earn the money, and the money gets turned around in making their gear better, getting their gear regraded. Contributions to the guild come from those individuals, those players as well. The people who do border patrol, who call out for help and do that kind of stuff. Also, same thing, donating some of their profits to the guild, personal gain, making themselves better. The thing we need to remember is, why everyone take a look this week and kind of look at it. Why are we the guild that we are? We were critical. We were Chanel. We were Critical Moment. We came together, and we came together almost 3 months ago. We merged in January. Okay, this is April. There shouldn't be any more splits, and I'm seeing, it kind of annoys me when I see it in TeamSpeak. But there shouldn't be any splits, right? If you want to get away and you're going to go do a 5-man raid, you want to go do Serpentis, you're going to do PvP, and you want to go do packs, and you don't want to type the channel, that's cool. But come back together. Let's have fun. We need to get this integration fully complete, and I think there are schisms forming, and we need to get away from that. And the reason we need to do that, and some of the things that we need to do, we need to get out and we need to PvP. You know what? It's a PvP game, and if you don't like the PvP, that's fine. Then we're going to ask you to help support. We want to be. We're friends with everyone. Support the guild, do stuff, do whatever you got to do. Sell potions to us, give potions to us, give whatever. Let's play together. Let's talk. Let's have a good time. We need to run dungeons. Yes, Serpentis is an integral part. It's Ethereum level gear. Obsidian armor is coming out in just over a week, and we're going to be working on that. And we've got lots of stuff to do. We have stuff to do. We have a castle defense this Sunday. If you didn't know, this Sunday, I hope no one has plans just in case. We're going to defend. Now, good thing is, peace funds for 2 weeks, and the amount that we got a great amount out of the first week and paid Revive back immediately. And donations that have been coming into the guild, we're going to pay a lot. We always said in the first one we want to try to buy our Siege Scroll in the first one. That gives us 3 more weeks to get our preparations done, to be fully prepared. We're still, all defensive preparations are made. I want to say that. We've got the Blood Archeum Shards, we've got the Blood Archeum Crystals, we've got all the consumables we need to field an entire force, we've got lots of stuff. Over 20 siege engines, and I think, again, with our alliance, we're over 40 siege engines, and that's for defense or offense if we need to go offensive against anyone who starts acting up. We've got well-geared people getting better and better and better weapons. And the other thing is, and guild funds are over 20,000, so that we're ready to we'll buy out this scroll. I mean, if anyone tries to buy this one, they're gonna pay a lot. They're gonna pay a lot, and under the current rules, it's basically a chance. Do you want to take a 20,000 gold gamble or a 15,000 gold gamble? That basically comes to us, because if we win, and we're going to win, and the way we have defenses set up right now and our coordination with other guilds, we're going to win. That's just basically giving us money. So maybe after the siege changes come in, it'll be more viable for them to do it. We hear rumor the West is going to do it. I say, if you want to outbid us on the scroll, sounds good to me because it's just going to put gold back in our pockets. Besides that, but Insomnia, we need to get together. Let's do some PvP this week. We've been testing lots of stuff, and now I'm over 10 minutes. I'm looking at my timer. We've been testing lots of stuff on the PTS. Ship customization is badass. Naval combat, badass. Everything coming in, class changes, achievement system. Oh my gosh, I'm going to go crazy. I mean, personally, I'm like, sometimes there are nights where I log in and I don't know what I'm going to do. The achievement system, amazing. There's going to be stuff like, hey, let's go do this, let's go do that, let's go, daily achievements, daily whatever, and fishing, and oh my gosh, there's so much coming next week that we need to. Let's get the castle defended this week. Let's get some PvP in this week. Group up, guys. Come on. I mean, if you don't like doing stuff, just jump in and help. I'm personally, you know what? I'm going to start going along, and I said a hard time. I don't want to do larders. I'm going to come on larders because we had 3 boats jacked in the last 2 days. That means we need defense. I like the PvP. I'm going to come defend. Maybe not on every single one, but I'm going to do it. And it's something, I'm going to get back into this. Let's get back to the roots, to the things we enjoyed to do. Remember in the beginning, we were doing free ditch runs, shipping, PvP, naval PvP. Naval PvP is going to be huge if we make it huge. And guess what? People need crystal, they need rock salt, they need charcoal, and we're going to take it from them. That's right, we're going to go out from the reds, not the greens. The greens, we're going to help them get there so that we build up a great eastern fleet. I want massive armada battles. We fought some ghost ship stuff on the PTS last night. It was pretty awesome. I'll have to cover it in some other time. Talk to me in TeamSpeak. So, back to the whole thing. I'm going to try to wrap this up in the next 30 seconds so I can get it done in 12 minutes instead of 10 minutes. Insomnia, let's get back together, guys. Let's get back together. Bring it back together. Let's talk through our stuff. Guild meeting Tuesday night, 8 o'clock Central, 9 o'clock Eastern. Let's throw the stuff out. Dirty laundry. Let's treat it like Festivus. If you don't know what it is, then you're probably really young. Let's do Festivus and all that other stuff. Let's bring it back together. Get the guild cohesion back going. Work with our allies. Stay strong. Get this stuff built up and blah, blah, blah. Let's have some fun. I want to have a fun A3R next week after you come back and say, we defended the castle and all that other stuff. Everyone have a great week in gaming. Talk to me in TeamSpeak. Poke me if I'm not there. I'm AFK a lot of times when I'm watching my daughter and blah, blah, blah. Have a great week.